Chris Dittmar has accused the Port Adelaide Football Club of being so culturally bereft, so down on its knees financially in 2012 that it awarded the John Cale Medal, rigging it, giving it for the fourth time to Kane, who won the Best and Fairest ahead of Brad Ebert because Brad stood to earn a bigger bonus payment. Problem is, say Port, Kane earned the bigger bonus payment that year, bigger than Brad Ebert ever stood to earn. Another fact, Channel 7 hosted the event, filmed it. Chris Dittmar said, who he was there on the night and hosted on the night, said that he saw things. And yet Channel 7 was told 3 days before the event that Kane had won, which is why the entire Corns family attended the event. These are ugly allegations, coming at a time when the club is flying. But David Koch and Keith Thomas need to shut them down with a much stronger statement and a much heavier hand. Dittmar, incredibly, hosted the club's 150th earlier this year, and he's a well-known radio host in Adelaide. But whatever the FM radio cost, this club needs to take a stand and choose a battle.
Kane, it's an extraordinary story and, Caro has actually put it in a nutshell there. It just doesn't seem to have legs at all, this story, and yet it continues just to run riot.
Well, and it was frustrating, TJ, because I heard it 8 years ago now, and Caro's right, you don't want to bring these things up when the club is flying, but to go as hard as he did last week again, some 8 years later, I thought it was worthwhile of an investigation, because if one's rigged, according to him, what's to say there haven't been others? And I just love the history of the Port Adelaide Football Club. You walk through the doors and it's there and it hits you in the eye. So to have that corruption claim against it is not right, and I feel like the matter's been done with. I'm happy with the way that the club's investigated it, and clearly it doesn't really have a leg to stand on unless he's going to name the 2 board members that he's basically thrown under a bus.
I disagree, Kane. This is an actionable offence. There are best and fairest stories at many clubs dating back for years, and I'm really surprised that Port just want to silence it. They've given me so much evidence in the last 24 hours because I was fascinated by the story in your column last week, and I cannot understand why they don't throw the book at this bloke.
Well, that will be up to them. It's not up to me to take legal action. It's not what I want to do. But
no,
I'm
it's
sure
the club who've
Chris,
been accused
as
of
you
corruption.
say, he's hosted events, and I know they're rightfully angry and upset about it because I've spoken to them and I've spoken to numerous people that were involved behind the scenes. So they are filthy about it. I hope they've expressed that to him, and hopefully we can move on because Port Adelaide are sitting nicely on top of the ladder.
Caro, we're moving on, but do you know who the 2 board members are, or are they mythical as well?
Oh, well, I know that Chris Dittmar attempted to get Bruce Abernathy, one of the board members, to go on his show last week, and I gather Bruce Abernathy hasn't turned up. I'm also told that the board members had absolutely no role in the votes, and Peter Rode, who was the head of footy at the time, absolutely insists that nothing untoward happened.